Hey, this is BA. Today I want to talk to you about implementation of these squares. This is what I call which, where, and what. Which square to use is a big question for most people. And what I want to do is give you kind of like a thumbnail sketch of each of these. Each square is only responsive, you see, to a specific market. Give you an example of that. The square of 90 works on the Dow Jones. Well, that won't work in the Euro US dollar on the level that we're on. The square that does work in the Euro US dollar will not work on the Dow on the level that we're on. We're dealing with the planetary level out there. So the question then is, well, how do I know which one to use? What I would recommend is starting out with the same one I did. It's the one I knew was right. Jensen, in his book, page 111, uses the Dow Jones with the square of 90. Does that outright for all to see. So what I would do is I would use that because personally that's where I started off with a couple of decades ago. Next question is, where do I anchor these things? We took a look at that earlier on in the series, but I want to go in a little bit more detail. At highs and lows of the specific cycle that you have under investigation. So what you need to do is you need to pinpoint an exact cycle. That's why I spent so much time talking about the time component of cycles, because if you don't have your cycle right, you can throw this system out the window. Out the window. I mean, boom, it's gone. So where to anchor these things is at the highs and lows of the cycle. All right, you have to know where those pivots are, and you have to know what cycle they belong to, depending on what you're looking at, what you're doing. And that's very important. Okay, we'll take a look at that here in just a minute. Next question is what? We've got two levels here, the planetary level, and then there is the higher level, what we'll call the higher level in this video. So in this series, we're dealing with the planetary level, meaning this is not going to work in intraday charts. You can't use it on a minute chart. You can't use it on an hourly chart. The smallest time unit that will work is 1 day, your daily time unit. Above that's fine, but smaller than that, no. Very important. Keep in mind, I keep saying on this level. You're looking at a weekly of IBM here. What we need to do is put on our artificial square so you can kind of visually see this. Vertical line. This is our high here. We're going to go from this high down to this low. So on our square, that's essentially what we would have. And here we are on the Gann square of 144. Now this was our anchor point up here. This is where they cross. This is our point. And the line came down to here. Okay, that's 12 time units over and 48.42 down. Right there. That's our point.